Hey y'all, this is Jessica with Bless Your Heart. Let's make a gold and silver lined wine tumbler today. For my design, I just went in and used these little pieces of masking tape, and I actually had them side by side through the entire rim of that tumbler. And then I went in and pulled off all of the in-between. I went every other one and pulled that off. And that is how I ended up with this design. There was no math behind this. This was all how it looked to me whenever it was on there. Between each piece of these masking tapes, I'm putting this little piece of stencil vinyl, and I just used my actual paper cutter to just cut all these as even as the little lines on the paper trimmer would let me get. And I'm going between every piece of masking tape to put this down, and this is what's going to create our line pattern. Once we lay down that very last piece of stencil vinyl, we're going to go in and go ahead and pop off all those little purple pieces of tape, and then we're going to get ready for glitter. For my glitter choice today, I'm using just gold and silver, and these are from the Glitter Guy. No special names, no anything like that, just gold and silver. For my glitter adhesion today, I'm going to use some Mod Podge. I'm just going to go ahead and load up the whole cup, and then I'm going to get ready for our first glitter. My first glitter is going to be the silver, and I'm just going to kind of try my best to keep it right where the white of the cup is showing through. And once I get that done, we are going to immediately pull off all of this stencil vinyl. Once you're done with that, go ahead and seal that glitter when that Mod Podge dries, just so it doesn't get on anything else. Now I'm going to go in with another layer of Mod Podge between all of these silvers, and I'm going to do our gold. Once we're done laying down our gold, we're going to get a layer of epoxy on this tumbler, and we're going to get ready to do some vinyl striping. I'm going to start with this textured black. I just keep these lined sheets, 12 by 12 sheets, in my stash, and I do have a cut file in my group that you're more than welcome to go and get. So we're going to start with lining each stripe. And right now, I don't really know if I want a thicker stripe or a thinner stripe. So I'm going to lay them both down, and I'm going to look at them, and I'm going to see what I think. I like the thinner one, so that's what we're going to use. Now, one stripe will do 2 lines. So we're going to get a little bit of double duty out of all of this, which is great. And I'm going to go every stripe all the way around the tumbler with these little thin black lines. Once we're done with the black lines, I do believe I want a little bit more. So I went into my nail tape stash and I found a silver and a gold, either just kind of glittery, shimmery colors. So in all of the golds, I'm going to put silver stripes. And in all of the silver, I'm going to put gold stripes. And we're going to do this all the way around the cup, and we're going to see what we think at the end. I actually really like the way that this looks. It just gives it a little something extra without having to go in and add little personal glitter lines all the way down. So once I get all of this line work done, I am going to go in and do 2 coats of polycrylic. I have touched all over this tumbler, and I just want to make sure I get the best results I possibly can with my epoxy, which means no fish eyes and no bald spots or anything. So once I get that all done and that polycrylic dries, I'm going to epoxy this entire tumbler until smooth. And here we go. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I hope to see you again soon. Bye.